Hi there, you're watching Harrison by the Stream, an informative series about the different types of streaming services in Australia. Each week will be focused on a new platform that provides content to you, your family, and your friends. Its advantages and disadvantages, the costs, the ways you can view it, how it might change in the future, and the content that's actually on offer. The first series will be focused on brand new services for 2015, while the next series will be focused on old ones or ones that have been around for a while. This week we'll be talking about Stan, next week will be about Netflix and a few other ones. In the coming weeks we'll be talking about Presto, QuickFlix, as well as free streaming services such as ABC iView and SBS On Demand. So let's start off with Stan. Stan is currently owned by StreamCo, a joint venture between the Nine Entertainment Company and Fairfax Media. The Nine Entertainment Company are very profound in Australia. They've been around for a very long time and are responsible for the upcoming TV series House of Hancock, as well as the only time of year where your dad actually cares about cricket. Fairfax Media you may also know as basically the company that owns The Age and a few digital services, including the website that your spinster aunt uses to basically show off as many new boyfriends as possible at Christmas. Both companies have put in $50 million and have birthed Stan, a brand new streaming service launching on Australia Day in 2015. While many have criticized the odd name of the service, the name Stan is meant to be more of a colloquialism or you know, everybody knows a Stan kind of thing. It actually has more in common to do with the streaming service Dave, which was originally started by UK TV. Again, both names are meant to reflect a certain idea of identity. Honestly, I think it's just another little cherry on top of our cultural cringe cake that we enjoy like pavlova. Now, what exactly is on offer with Stan? Stan so far has been very open about the content they'll be streaming in 2015. It's actually one of the biggest advantages that they have over competitors such as Netflix. They have strong non-exclusive agreements and contracts with companies such as ABC, Viacom, BBC, Sony, and Showtime. Basically, this means that particular properties will be featured on Stan for a short while, usually 6 months to a year, before basically being pulled. This is like any sort of content or any sort of digital streaming service. For example, Netflix has only certain movies or certain shows for 2 to 3 months before they're pulled completely. Well, some of these shows you could actually find elsewhere. You actually might enjoy the fact that you're paying $10 a month for a service that's going to be constantly updating. While Stan have not actually announced any new shows post-release that will actually come out, I'm actually kind of excited to see what they might have on offer down the track. In terms of TV series, this is actually one of the best things about Stan that I've seen so far. Shows such as Rake, Dexter, Orphan Black, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Dora the Explorer, Californication, Masters of Sex, Wilfred, Luther, We Can Be Heroes, Jemaine Private Schoolgirl, Call the Midwife, Breaking Bad, Nurse Jackie, Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries, Hannibal, and Fargo. Holy crap, so many good TV series on there. In terms of films, I honestly think that it's not a great range of flicks, and it's a lot of stuff that's just kind of been repeated heaps on the digital channels owned by Nine Entertainment, such as Go and Gem. It includes flicks such as Wedding Crashers, Austin Powers, Zoolander, but there are a few interesting films and series in there. For example, 21 Jump Street, the Hobbit series, and the Lord of the Rings franchise all make an appearance. Two of the biggest draw cards here are actually from Amazon's original series. Yes, Amazon, the shopping service. Basically, they started creating original series in 2013. It's kind of an interesting system where they have a whole bunch of pilots, and basically they choose some based on ratings as well as views. It's actually really, really good to see that, you know, a digital content sort of distributor was able to, you know, give up some of their content for something like Stan. It's actually really good. Two of the shows, Mozart in the Jungle and Transparent, are absolutely fantastic. I've seen the pilots for both of them, and I highly suggest just checking out the trailers for them. Mozart in the Jungle is a very, very interesting series. It's a sort of fun, dramedy sexcapade about the lives of band members and musicians in the New York City Orchestra. Hell of a cast, including Jason Schwartzman. Think of it like as Girls meets ABC Classical Radio. The second series, Transparent, is absolutely phenomenal. This series is about a father who comes out to his estranged family that he's a transsexual. Jeffrey Tambor gives an incredible performance, a Golden Globe winning for the best actor for this year in a musical or comedy. Tambor has been around for quite a long time, all the way back to the Larry Sanders Show to modern comedic giants such as Arrested Development, and now Transparent just kind of solidifies how much of an amazing actor he really is. Where I think Stan really shines right now is the range of TV content rather than film content, which is where I think obviously Netflix has the upper hand. They do a lot of independent cinema that I'm actually really, really glad, and it's great to see so many documentaries on there. The series are highly acclaimed. They have a truly amazing following. Whoever is in charge of content there, I want to hug you and tell you you are doing the right thing. Shows like Hannibal and Justified have been poorly marketed in the US, so much so that they barely got a look at here, but they have found a global audience it's through digital word of mouth on platforms like Twitter and Tumblr, and they have an incredible following that I really hope sort of comes through with Stan. Early reviews for Stan have been mixed and popping up online, sort of on a few review sites. People have gotten early access already. One Reddit thread made a point of not enjoying the content as much as they thought they would, and they basically found it lackluster compared to Netflix. This being the US Netflix, and nobody really has any idea of what Australian Netflix is looking like at the moment. So far, the Australian branch of Netflix has been very tight-lipped about the content they're offering, despite public knowledge of their talks with Village Roadshow in 2014. Now, in terms of being able to watch Stan, there are 3 really good options at the moment. You can stream it on your laptop, just enjoy it in bed or on the couch. You can stream it on your phone or tablet device using Apple's AirPlay and an Apple TV, or you can use an Android device and using the Google Chromecast, which is absolutely fantastic. The streaming isn't always 100%. I mean, this is from my experience if you're using Chromecast in general, but it's still at a very good quality. Usually at 720 or 1080, you can actually adjust the settings, which is really, really awesome. Of course, down the track, I will be gaining access to Stan. I will be doing a full review for it, and I really hope you enjoy that. Stan at the moment is free for the first month and then $10 after that. It's very similar to the way that Netflix and also QuickFlix have basically run their systems, where the first couple of months are free, the first month is free, and then from beyond that, you just pay a very small amount. I think the $10 is actually a pretty good amount. It's the cost of an average lunch meal. It's 2 coffees if you live in Perth. I think $10 for a series isn't that bad a cost, especially for something like Hannibal, Masters of Sex, Fargo, and Transparent. I feel like you could have that first month free, and you could watch just a season of those shows. I mean, they're between 10 to 25 episodes a piece for each of those seasons. And you know what? If you don't finish the seasons, then it's $10 a month. It's not that big a deal. Everything else, it's pretty good. And plus, they'll update them like every single month or so with brand new content. Now, personally, I think Stan is a really great idea, but like most ideas, they may fall apart in execution. I would love to hear more of the content that they're bringing out post-release and will be announced in 2015. I think once the service becomes profitable enough, or at least gets enough people interested, I think developing an original series, much like Netflix, much like Amazon, would be fantastic. I feel like that's something that's really lacking in the Australian space right now. There's only Movie Extra had a few things for a while, and now ABC iView had Wasteland Panda and the Fresh Blood entrance last year. Absolutely phenomenal original content, as well as Noir House. I really, really suggest people look up those series. I think being able to launch before Netflix is a huge advantage for Stan. You guys have a 2-month lead time on one of the world's biggest competitors. They literally make up more than 20% of the entire internet. It's Netflix. It's Netflix, man. It's crazy. Now, I think that Stan does have some disadvantages in terms of content. I think their film service is quite poor. I remember reading some people sort of talking about how basically they have not... you're not able to search via genre yet. That's something that's going to be introduced in the future. That's kind of how Netflix categorizes themselves very heavily, even to the point that they have their own sort of aggregate system for stuff that you enjoy. Here's some other stuff you'll enjoy. I love that kind of stuff from Netflix. It really makes it fun to enjoy and to observe. At the time of recording, I've obviously yet to actually try Stan, but once they've put it online for everybody, I will definitely be going at it on Australia Day, as well as over the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned, subscribe in the subscribe box that you usually do. I haven't done YouTube for quite a while, and so I have no idea what I'm doing at the moment. Have a great week, and in February, I'll see you again for more Harrison About the Stream with reviews, and also a discussion about Netflix in Australia, what we already know, and also what it might be compared to Netflix in the United States. Have an awesome week. I've been Harrison by the Stream. You've been fantastic. Thank you.